They say adversity defines you. Today we explore how Deion Sanders, his son Shedeur, and younger son Shilo are not just surviving, they're thriving amid controversy, scrutiny, and high expectations. Coach Prime isn't just a legend, he's a modern day icon. Under his leadership, Colorado achieved its best season in years, a top 25 finish, and a $54 million extension for Deion himself. But health blindsided him. Earlier this year, Deion revealed a personal battle with bladder cancer, underwent successful surgery, and wowed fans by reclaiming his coaching seat, reminding us that true victory comes from resilience. Even the toughest opponents can't stop greatness when hearts meets purpose. Now, Shedeur Sanders, once a highly touted draft prospect, slipped to the fifth round, but he didn't quit. His preseason debut for the Browns, a statement, two touchdowns, composure, and flair. Deion's socials lit up. Yahweh is so good. Despite being QB3 behind Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel, he's more than a backup. He's a future rival. As Brown's depth chart unfolds, Shedeur's edge and pose, as well as his poise, keep him relevant. This is proof. Sometimes legacy is earned, not given. And then there's Shilo, NFL dream cut short, released from the Buccaneers after getting ejected for a preseason melee. Very controversial, which we'll go into that. But Deion didn't despair. He spoke of his son's readiness, mentally and physically, and of the opportunities awaiting him. Practice squad, CFL, another NFL team, it's not an end, but it's a pivot. Even Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson foresee a comeback, and Toronto Argonauts hold his CFL rights now. Shiloh's story isn't defeat, it's detour, and greatness waits for the determined. The Sanders are more than football, they're culture. They represent a surge of Native Black American excellence, unity, and intergenerational pride and resilience. In an industry often divided by race and scrutiny, they stand together. Athlete, coach, son, ethno-aggregation in action. A father redefining a program, a quarterback fighting for a legacy, and a younger son battling back with undeniable resolve. The Sanders show that success isn't just personal, it's collective. Deion, Shedeur, Shilo, they're not just overcoming controversy, they're owning it. This is more than just football. It's resilience, redemption, and unity. So tell me, who inspires you most in the Sanders family? Vote in comments, hit subscribe if you believe in comeback stories, and stay tuned for more powerful journeys. Let me know what y'all think about this, man, because I tell you a story, true story. In 2016 in Dallas, Texas, I met Deion Sanders at the Erickson Library. I was just chilling out in the front of the library near, I believe, what's the name of that street? Jackson Street. I see Deion inside of the building. He comes there with a church. Does his thing, walks out solo, no bodyguards, no cameras, no anything. And as he's walking towards me, I see him coming. And I joke with him. I say, "Hey man, did anybody ever tell you you look like prime time?" And his response was, "All the time." Continues to walk back to his car. Again, just humble, no no entourage, no anything. I could have maybe made a more conversation out of it. But when you see people like that doing their thing, man, the humble greatness of it, just for him to respond, just to acknowledge that was a cool thing. And to see his sons, Shedeur and Shilo, um, become drafted in the NFL and make a name for themselves is truly what it's about when you are a mother and father, especially a father. Sports, your tutelage has helped them gain success, so they can pivot on their own. That's what it's all about. And when what happened previously with Shiloh and the receiver from the Buffalo Bills, I looked at that footage, and if Shiloh was ejected, the other uh, receiver should have been ejected too. Because let's say if it wasn't because of the hit that he should have been ejected, it should have been because of the taunting afterwards. But nobody caught that. Also seen that the refs were hesitant on pulling out their flags until the reaction from Shiloh, which causes a draw towards those referees on why they were so hesitant on pulling the flag and blowing the whistle after the fact. Should have blown the whistle. I didn't see him blow a whistle at all until the flag was drawn and thrown. That's when the whistle was drawn. So I need the NFL to investigate those referees and review that and reinstate Mr. Shilo Sanders back into the NFL rightfully. And because that shouldn't have been expelled. There's been many instances where these type of things happen. Nobody was really injured. This is NFL. You're literally clashing shoulder to shoulder, body to body, anyway. So, what's the word on that? No family in sports draws as much spotlight or criticism as the Sanders. Analysts say Deion is more entertainer than coach. Others say Shedeur is overhyped because of his last name. And Shilo, critics doubt his maturity after that punch. But controversy has a way of sharpening diamonds. Deion thrives on doubt. It fuels his charisma. Shedeur thrives on competition. It shapes his QB IQ. And Shilo, sometimes the fall is the beginning of the climb, because Shilo does have dynamics on the field that can turn around the game for the better. Let's talk about numbers. Since Deion took over Colorado, ticket sales tripled, TV ratings soared, and merchandise moved at NFL levels. The family isn't just a sports dynasty, they're an economic engine. The Sanders name generates millions, an example of how cultural icons create value far beyond the field. Ethno-aggregation isn't just a theory, people. It's lived in the Sanders household, and we want to make this go all around to all the households, especially for Native Black America. A Black father showing the world you can lead a predominantly white institution to prominence. Sons carrying on that mantle, not just surviving, but excellence. In systems often critical of them. They're more than athletes, they're a brand, a movement, a cultural force, reminding us excellence isn't handed to you, it's built together. So what's next? Deion continues transforming Colorado into a football powerhouse and building a coaching tree of future black leaders. Shedeur develops into an NFL starter, proving talent plus name equal legacy. And Shiloh, whether the NFL, CFL, or even coaching, his grit will find a stage. Together, they redefine what family, faith, and perseverance looks like in sports. At the end of the day, the Sanders family isn't about perfection, they're about persistence. They take controversy and turn it into conviction. They take criticism and turn it into culture. They take every setback and turn it into setup for the comeback. And don't just apply this to the Sanders family. Apply this to your family as well. This isn't the end of the Sanders story. It's just the beginning. You're watching history in the making. What do you think? Who do you think will leave the biggest legacy? Deion, Shedeur, Shilo, We know Deion solidified. Shedeur, you seen what he can do at Colorado College. Now at the next level, you've seen a glimpse of how he can read defenses. Shilo, you've seen how he can be able to zone the field like a hawk, or better yet, a falcon. Atlanta Falcons going to pick him up, man. Going to pick up Shedeur because that's how he move on that field. You know, like a falcon. And if you believe in faith, family, and the willingness to overcome challenges, subscribe now because the Sanders dynasty is just getting started. That's what it's about, man. So this is my take on what's going on with the Sanders family and the sports. You know, the recent controversies, the draft, the economics that revolves around, you know, the moves they make for teams and for themselves as well. Chime in. Let me know what y'all think. The comment box is available for you. Subscribe to the channel.
This beat was downloaded from Rap Fame for non-commercial use. Rap Fame, the best app for rap.
You know that I do it. Love to y'all. And yeah, we zoning defense, man. 2-3. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so exquisite. Traveling all across the globe. Let you know just how we roll. Keep it in control, that's what we do. Yeah, we talking that revenue. Somebody beat, I'ma just rip the shreds. Like the chicken on your taco, 3 in the morning, street cred. Man, yeah, we out here on a sequence. Never motherfucker cheating because the answer's all within. I educate, dog, and I blend amongst the crowd, black and I'm proud. I get down, man, that's gravity. Motherfuckers got the tenacity, actually try to talk with me, man. I've been a super athlete. It means I'm airborne, man. Shit, gonna motherfucking get your vaccine. I stay clean. Yeah, man, shit, me, never me, unless you're talking about the average. But, man, I'm trying to be exponential daily. Yeah, man, pay me like the sign on this video. For real, the last name price. So you better get it, man. Pay attention, man. How we do it, though. Did I mention from